If C-3PO and R2-D2 got into a street fight, who would win? My money's on R2. He's feisty. Can Joss Whedon top himself? Hey, we've got shocking, I say shocking news about Megan! Fox nods here. Plus, we've got news on Tomorrow People today. Kurt comes by to confound us with trivia, and we have a really big announcement! All on Slice.
Covering all the news from every dark corner of the universe. Slice of SciFi.com.
And welcome everyone to another Slice of Sci-Fi. I'm Michael Armenengay.
I'm Sam Roberts.
I'm Ben Raggington.
I am Boots McGillicuddy.
I am
Nice to meet you,
Megan's
Boots.
ear, and so happy that was on there.
It's awesomeness. Hey, how about we get to some news?
Yes.
Your news team is next.
Alrighty.
So, sci-fi, 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 whatever you want to call it.
Shiffy.
We don't really get that rebranding
Shiffy?
effort. Shiffy.
Shifty.
Shifty.
So, regardless, Sci-Fi's Robot Combat League premiered last week. And
That
to
was fun.
Suffice it to say, they have a new smash hit on their
Huge ratings.
hands.
It
Oh,
is cool.
yeah.
It is definitely robot jocks and real steel all in real life.
Now, the bad news is there's no science fiction at all. The good news, it's an awesome example of that glorious interface between science fiction and science fact.
Yes.
If you missed it, the concept is Rock'em Sock'em robots on steroids. Giant 8-foot-tall robots built of steel are controlled by two contestants, one operating the movement of the robot, the other throwing punches powered by 2,000 pounds of crushing pressure. Set inside a warehouse converted into a massive MMA-style death pit,
Yes.
two teams manipulate two distinctive robots with personalities in a battle to the death. But wait, there's more.
Okay.
Slice of Sci-Fi is the only news agency with exclusive access to see the robots up close the morning after the premiere. Here's a clip from Brian Hennessy's special report.
Hey Slicers, it's Brian here in Glendale, California at Spectral Motion, and if you thought that two 8-foot-tall humanoid robots battling until ultimate destruction was something you could only find in sci-fi, then you're gonna love to meet this man, Mark Setrakian, the creator of Robot Combat League.
Are you ready for robot carnage?
This is actually happening.
We're gonna win this competition.
Robot Combat League.
How's it going, Mark?
I'm doing great, Brian.
Last night was the
Good to meet
premiere
you.
of your show. How did it feel?
It was amazing.
Yeah?
It was amazing. Yeah, we had a party. We had the whole crew that actually built the robots here in the shop was there, and it was kind of surreal seeing it on the big screen finally.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how long did it take to build some of these robots?
Well, the robots for the show were built right here in the shop, and we had 4 months to build 12 giant fighting machines for the show. And if it wasn't for the crew that I work with here on a regular basis at Spectral Motion, it would have been impossible. But we rallied and we got the stuff together. Actually, I can show you a little bit about how these things came about. This is the prototype robot. This is the only robot that's still in one piece. This is Hades. This is my prototype. And this machine was built first as a proof of concept. And it was the model, kind of the starting point, if you will, that all 12 of the series robots were based on.
At what point in your career did you decide you wanted to battle robots?
Pretty early on, actually. I got my start at ILM up in the Bay Area, California. This is George Lucas's effects company, and they did the Star Wars movies. And I just, as a teenager, I wanted to work there, and I did. I got a job at ILM when I was 19. And one of my colleagues at ILM was named Mark Thorpe, and he created an event in the early 90s called Robot Wars. It was in San Francisco, fighting robots, and I was one of the first people to compete at this first ever, engineering challenge. And in 1995, I was the heavyweight champion.
Nice.
And that was kind of the bug that I started building these things that were not for special effects. They were not for that kind of commercial art. It was a whole new engineering thing, and I couldn't quit. It was so gratifying,
just got
so
the
cool.
bug.
I did, and this is like the ultimate expression of that.
So what is the major difference between one of these robots and an alien from Men in Black?
That's a
Could
good
they
question.
fight the same way?
They really couldn't. I mean, the big thing, and it's actually it is a really good question, because the stuff that we build for special effects, the whole thing is part of an illusion. The robot might be made of fiberglass. All of the stuff that makes the robot work could be under the floor in the back room. You could have half of it could be green screen. All these different tricks you can use,
right.
And even the set could be designed to support the illusion. You could have rods coming up to the floor or anything like that. These robots have to be really self-contained. Everything that runs this robot is inside. The only thing that's outside of it is the power source, which is actually very important. So I have basically this massive hydraulic pump, and the robots are completely self-contained. I plug them into power and they come on. They walk around, they can run in the arena, they can bleed, they can fight, and they can just go at it, for 3 solid rounds. Actually, spoiler alert, the final fight is a 5-round epic
unbelievable.
battle.
After seeing last night, I cannot wait to see more.
It gets brutal.
Do these things have an Achilles heel? What would you say is the...
Well, the funny thing is, we never really knew going into this exactly what was going to happen. Until we actually had 2 robots in the arena, and the arena was built and the control systems were all made, we didn't really know what was going to happen when I started slugging it out. So I would say probably the weakest area is probably the torso. But
okay. And what about the torso?
Well, the torso is what we call a motion base. It's a 6-actuator system, and these 6 actuators work together to give the torso 3 degrees of freedom. So the robot can roll, and it can do all this core strength maneuvering that's important.
Like a normal fight.
Yeah. Exactly, because you've got to have all this strength in your torso, and the robot has all that. But as a result, there isn't actually a spine. All of the structure is made entirely of actuators, and if one actuator breaks, then you could potentially have a domino effect where they all start to get compromised. And that has happened.
Wow, that is so freaking cool. If you missed that, or you want to see more, go to see Brian's full report. It's at sliceofscifi.tv. Go check that out, because the whole interview is there, and it is just... It's amazing cool. And the fact that we got this...
Science fiction is now science fact.
Truly. And the fact that we got this and exclusive behind the scenes, it's huge, folks. So go check that out. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more right after this.
We're going to be back with some great news for game lovers. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Hi. I'm David Blue. You might remember me as Dr. Chip Walters from TV's Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I'm here to talk with you about a serious problem, the #2 problem plaguing our teens today. High school is no longer a safe place for many students. They fear teasing in the halls, mockery in the classrooms, even hazing in the bathroom. As Albert Einstein once said, the world is a dangerous place, but not because of those who do evil, because of those who look on and do nothing. Albert Einstein was a geek.
As geeks, we are special.
We are passionate.
We know the difference between the House of Moog and the House of Duras.
We're better.
But we don't need to rub it in everyone's face.
I mixed up the ring that little hobbit had with the one where you get a phone call and die in 7 days. And they all laughed at me.
I just don't understand armor class.
Everyone knows armor class. I mean, that's just basic math.
Hey, I joined them on their mission to have this whole fringe society, but when I said that their clothes were too mainstream, they mocked me. They said I should go live in the Morlock tunnels.
It used to be that geeks were beaten up, given swirlies and slammed into lockers. But now the geek's weapon of verbal abuse can be much more damaging.
Words hurt.
Words hurt.
Words hurt.
If every geek just once a day...
Just once.
Bit their tongue.
the teen dropout rate would fall 14%.
We can be okay with someone mistaking the Watchers Council for the initiative.
We can ignore it when they squeal about how hot alternate Kirk is.
We can refrain from mocking a bad Wookiee impression.
If just once a day you bit your tongue.
Ow.
You could save a teen from becoming a sad-faced noob who sucks bizwalls.
Words hurt.
Words hurt.
Words hurt.
Not everyone can win without being a camper.
Not everyone can hit level 85.
So bite your tongue.
Bite your tongue.
Together, we can keep our future janitors and sports reporters in school just long enough for them not to become a burden on our tax system. So bite your tongue.
Bite your tongue.
Bite your tongue. Just the tip.
Because words hurt.
Here's what's happening.
That was hilarious.
I love that promo.
Right?
I just love that promo. News time. What do we got for... Oh, we got lots of news this week.
Well, just when we thought it was dead, the Michael Bay produced Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot is back.
Oh, great.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yay.
And it's found it's April O'Neil. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Megan Fox, surprise, surprise, yes, the girl who will not go away.
It's just an on-again, off-again relationship, isn't it?
It certainly seems that way.
Totally.
She has signed on for the part. The news may come as a surprise to many, since Fox had a famous and extremely public feud and parting with Bay over the Transformers franchise. However, it looks like the two have reconciled and will work together again. Sources say Fox and Bay reconciled over a series of recent meetings, and that one tete-a-tete that won her over was with director Jonathan Liebsman, who wowed her with the storyboards, according to insiders. The movie's in a casting stage, and last week was testing actors, mostly relative unknowns, for the roles of the ninjas: Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael.
Well, since they're all going to be basically
and
covered
they're going to be,
in foam.
they're going to be, well, it says going to be motion capture.
Right, it's all mocap.
Oh,
so very Gollum-like.
Okay, well, why not? What the hell?
And Megan Fox is just going to look awful as a redhead.
Well, you know what? Whatever.
Unless they can motion capture her too.
There we go. That'd be good.
Yeah, this is my sad face. Yeah. But if they motion caption her.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, hoping to find the next Hunger Games or Twilight, because everybody is, right? They need the next big franchise. Universal Pictures has purchased the rights to the young adult novel Arclight. Based on the novel by Jocelyn L. McQueen, it's a post-apocalyptic future where the remnants of humanity are hunkered down in an outpost protected by a wall of light named Arclight, hiding from creatures known as the Fade.
Okay.
Into this enclave enters a lone teenage girl with no memory of who she is and how she survived in what is called the Dark, but she apparently holds the key to its survival. Publisher Green Willow Books made a huge investment in the title, paying McQueen $500,000 in 2011.
Holy cow.
That's a lot of money.
For the two-book deal.
That's a chunk.
Yeah. The book is due to hit shelves April 23rd, 2013. Imagine Entertainment's Brian Grazer is on board to produce, while Matthew Sand, best known for writing the 2009 Wachowski-produced action movie that I enjoyed but wasn't particularly good, Ninja Assassin, will pen the screenplay.
I'd have to say that if they're willing to plunk down $500,000, they must have a lot of faith in that story.
Here's the problem, though. Everybody's trying to be the next Hunger Games or Twilight. And
that's the big thing.
Those books were huge before the movies were made.
Right.
People keep optioning books that aren't huge yet.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Arclight.
Well, because it hasn't been published, right? It's the cart horse thing. I think there's a problem there.
And it's just like the interview we did with Isaac Marion, right? He said his book was optioned before it was even published.
Exactly, because they didn't even know what they had. They're just basically optioning things just in case it becomes
a huge hit, and they can get the rights on it right away before it becomes too expensive.
Nice for authors, but still weird.
Yeah, it is.
So, looking for something great to add to your reading or viewing list? The Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers of America revealed their finalists for the Nebula Awards last week, and some of our favorites are on the list that find Joss Whedon competing against himself.
Really?
With the Avengers and Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
And also competing against Looper.
Oh, Looper.
Yes.
The more I watch that, the better I like it.
I'm telling you.
It's so great rewatchable.
Really?
It really is. The more you watch it, the better it gets.
Looper and Dread from last year were top of my sci-fi
Dread
lists.
just shocked the hell out of me. Dread was awesome. I'm so happy about Dread. Anyway.
So if you want to see the full list, and you know you do.
Yes, you do.
We've got it on our sliceofscifi.com website and
our
on the
Facebook
Slice of Sci-Fi Facebook page.
Absolutely.
Both of which you should be checking regularly.
Yes, because I post to both of them.
Because there's lots
regularly.
of awesome stuff there. Absolutely. We got some huge breaking news.
Breaking news! This just in! Attention, everyone who enjoys playing board games. Are you listening?
This is huge. Good stuff.
Listening? All right. Our good friends at Geek and Sundry have spearheaded a global mission just for you. It's called International Tabletop Day, and it is going down on the day Sam leaves the country. I'm so mad I'll be on an airplane playing a tabletop game, I'm sure, on March 30th, 2013.
You're just bringing it to the rest of the world.
Yes.
That's it. You are our tabletop gaming ambassador. There you go.
Just have a little tiny mini game with you that you can play with on the plane.
I'm going to do it because I'm going to be on trains too. So I'm going to be playing on planes and trains
and automobiles.
Just not when you're driving.
So anyway, the concept is simple. It is a coordinated effort to bring people together around the world for one day and one purpose: to play games.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the hyper cool news and our own big announcement. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Slice of Sci-Fi is an official podcast for International Tabletop Day.
Yep.
And we have partnered with Hypno Comics to produce an all-day gaming event that you'll be able to watch and interact with right on Slice of Sci-Fi. As this news just came in, we don't have all of the details to offer yet, so stay tuned to Slice throughout the month of March for specific information about how you can be a part of our gaming celebration.
Mm-hmm.
You can also check out the official website, which is tabletopday.com.
Yes.
tabletopday.com, and of course sliceofscifi.com to get all the details as they break. I'm so excited. We're probably going to do something here in the studio.
Yes,
I'm
sure
it
we
as
are.
well.
Yep.
So plenty of more information to come, but we all know Geek and Sundry rocks and Hypno Game Comics as well. So
well, I just think it's really
There you
exciting
go.
because games are really enjoying this enormous renaissance right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Will Wheaton has got his tabletop, I think is what it's called, series. So he's bringing games that people have forgotten all about or that are brand new. It's just really exciting for people who really enjoy playing board games.
We actually have more information about this, and let's look right now.
all right.
Hey, Slicers, it's Jeffrey Willith, your executive producer of Slice of Sci-Fi, and I'm here with
George Chase at Hypno Comics and Games in Ventura, California.
And we are here to talk about
International Tabletop Game Day.
all around the globe. People are going to be coming together on one day, March 30th, 2013, to play games.
Yeah, board games, miniature games, card games, you name it, anything that is unplugged, we're going to be doing it.
And we're going to be doing it right here at Hypno Comics, Ventura, California, on that day. And we're going to be streaming it live on Slice of Sci-Fi. We're doing this all in conjunction with our great friends over at Geek and Sundry. They've got a program they're making available to you as an official retailer.
Yeah.
And we're going to be an official podcast. What are we going to get to do here?
We're going to be demoing all sorts of fun stuff all day long. We'll be doing Pandemic, Mermies, Mice and Mystics, other stuff that you haven't tried. It's a great opportunity to come down and get some free swag, meet some game creators, but we can lock them in. And it'll be just like a day of total social fun.
It's going to be outrageous. It's also going to be part of a bigger picture all around the globe. We're going to have more details for you in just a few days, so stay tuned.
Yes, check back here on Slice of Sci-Fi.
SliceofSciFi.com.
Put on your thinking caps, kids, and play along with the game.
You're traveling through another dimension. Next stop.
Slice of Trivia. Submitted for your approval. 5 clips sent to us by Alex Ford from another dimension, an alternate reality. You'll hear actors in movies and TV shows they never starred in. Here's the first clip.
Thought you were expecting me.
So you are Titania Romanova.
My friends call me Tanya,
Mine call me James Bond.
but I think my mouth is too big.
It's just the right size. For me, that is.
Wow.
I am completely perplexed.
I totally no idea.
That was Maude Adams, who did star in the 1983 James Bond film Octopussy,
Yeah.
and James Brolin, father of Josh, who almost won the role of James Bond until it was announced that Sean Connery was coming back to play Bond in Never Say Never Again.
Wow.
Producers decided to re-sign Roger Moore in the hope that the established Bond actor would do better against Connery's Bond at the box office. Here's the next clip.
Look, I did what I did. I don't expect you to be happy about it. But maybe it can do us both some good.
Why start now?
Just shut up. Shut up and listen to me. Now, I need that piece your father
That's Tom Selleck.
That's Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what in, but
That was Tom Selleck and Sean Young auditioning for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Tom Selleck was offered the role of Indiana Jones,
that's
but
so
turned
not
it
fair.
down
I was gonna
because
say,
he had
that
just
sounds
made
like
a commitment to Magnum
I knew
PI.
that. I knew it almost
Sean
went to him.
Young lost out to Karen Allen.
Thank goodness.
Here's our next alternate reality.
It looks black as pitch, Dick. I've been through all my father's old law books, and I don't see we have a leg to stand on. My identity exposed. My value as a secret crime fighter
That's George
ended.
Clooney.
Everything I've trained myself for since my parents were murdered.
Yep.
What?
Sounds like George Clooney doing Batman, but no, it's
Doesn't
not
sound
George.
like
No, it's not
George
Clooney.
That
Clooney,
was
No.
Lyle Wagner
Not
trying
George
out for the role
Wagner.
of Batman
Yeah.
for the TV series back in 1965.
Wow.
Wagner would
Aw,
eventually
Wagner.
land the role of Steve Trevor in The New Adventures
Steve
of Wonder
Trevor,
Woman
yes.
with Linda Carter. He was also a regular on The Carol Burnett Show. Here's our next alternate reality.
The interval has decreased between each pulse by 0.47 seconds since we arrived. I can offer no explanation.
Tuvok. That's
Only
Tuvok.
one of the mysteries we're dealing with, Mr. Tuvok. Look at this. It's virtually a desert. The whole planet.
Was that
Not one
Genevieve
river,
Bujold?
Not one ocean. It has
She was
all the
originally
basic
cast as Janeway.
characteristics of an M-class planet, except there are no nucleogenic particles in the atmosphere.
Wow.
I think it's Genevieve Bujold.
I think you might nailed it there.
Yeah.
That was Tim Russ as Lieutenant Tuvok
Right.
and Genevieve Bujold as Captain Nicole Janeway. They changed the character's name to Catherine Janeway when Kate Mulgrew took over. Bujold dropped out, or was dropped, after the second day of filming of the
She walked
pilot
out.
episode. She is a very good actress, but apparently not in the Star Trek universe.
Wow.
Get ready, here comes our final alternate reality of the day.
You can't find Organa Major. I found it, it's just not there. Organa Major's been destroyed? What's left of it is contaminated, that's it there. Look at those radiation readouts, it's impossible. I've never seen anything like it. The Empire must have gotten here first.
That's
This
for
would have
Star
taken
Wars.
1,000
Yeah.
ships with more firepower than I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's definitely Star Wars. I don't know who it is.
But no, I don't know who it is.
That was William Catt as Luke Skywalker.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Actually, the
yeah.
character was probably still called Luke Starkiller, and Kurt Russell as Han Solo.
Wow.
I
Audition
forgot
for Star
about
Wars:
that.
A New Hope was probably done around 1975. Of course, Catt was in Carrie, became the star of The Greatest American Hero,
Yeah, right.
House, the movie, and was in The Man from Earth. Kurt Russell would later play Snake Plissken, be in The Thing and Stargate, but at the time was only known for being Disney's top young adult actor. Well, that's all for Alex
Wow.
Ford's Actors from an Alternate Reality. If you have any trivia clips or ideas you'd like to send me, please send them to sliceoftrivia@gmail.com.
That was crazy.
That was really tough.
Well, especially since, I mean, come on.
That was
Please.
fascinating.
It was a fascinating trivia. Thank you so much, Kurt, and
Absolutely.
definitely keep those trivia clips coming, because
love it.
that's the stuff that makes interesting trivia. Just
Absolutely.
like that. Well, we're wrapping things up here on Slice. We have a few minutes left. Do we want to cover a couple more stories?
We've got something here. CBS has signed a deal last week with Amazon to stream new episodes of Under the Dome 4 days after they air on the network.
Really?
That's
Wow,
big.
I think that's
big.
great.
That's awesome. I might actually watch that.
Yeah. The episodes will be available free to users of the Amazon Prime streaming content service. The deal will also allow for Dome, which will be produced by Steven Spielberg's Amblin Television and CBS TV Studios, to be purchased and downloaded exclusively on Amazon Instant Video.
Wow.
The news comes a week after Amazon inked an agreement to become the exclusive online subscription home for PBS's Downton Abbey.
Oh, that bums me out.
And offers CBS another revenue source for an ambitious series set to air during a less lucrative time of year for broadcast networks. Dome, which is based on King's best-selling novel of the same name, is set to premiere on June 24th on CBS.
That is unusual because there's a lot of CBS shows you can't get online. You can't get them on Hulu. Many of them you just can't find. You can some of them they don't even show on CBS.com. So them making that kind of a deal is big for them.
Yeah, and I have my Roku box, so I'm perfectly happy about that. I don't watch enough on Roku anyway.
That's all I watch.
Really?
Well, I don't have an Amazon Prime account,
I do.
so I might have to do that.
Oh, you got to do that.
have Prime.
It's
I already
awesome.
have Hulu and I already have Netflix.
No, so get them all.
It's also free 2-day shipping as long as you're a Prime member.
Yeah.
So if you buy online, that's from Amazon. It's super handy.
What I think is neat,
more money.
we're seeing that that blending that we've been talking about of television and internet just coming totally together.
And we actually have an interesting story coming up on the next show that talks about that a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, this is the future with, like we mentioned last time, Netflix with the House of Cards.
House of Cards.
Which is exclusive just to
Just
Netflix.
for them.
Yeah.
You'll have...
in the Arrested Development new
gonna say
season.
Arrested Development.
Yeah. So exciting.
And Disney signing on with Netflix.
Yes.
And it sounds like Netflix is going to get something else of another big one. In
Oh, God, I just read something.
Yeah, I just read too. I can't remember who it was. I want to say Flix or something like that, but anyway.
Well, it'll come to us.
It'll come to us. But
when we're done with the show.
Yeah.
Of course, right after we're done with the show. So you'll have to tune in or watch the live feed. That's what
we'll talk about it then.
Well, that's going to do it for this show. Boy, that went fast. I'll tell you what, it's great stuff this week. Of course, go to slicesci-fi.com, slicesci-fi.tv. Find us on the Facebook, find us on the Twitters. We're everywhere, folks. We'll be back with more right after a few days or whatever. You keep watching. We're around.